since the sun shines out and it's actually, what, 60 degrees out?
NCAA tournament, we could do this quickly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we all agree, no questions.
All right, we are live, so welcome. I'd like to call the MMMPO Policy Board meeting to order. We do have a quorum. And first on the agenda is the public comment period. Is there anyone from the public here to comment? No? All right, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes. Hopefully they're in your packet. You had a chance to review them. I'll entertain a motion on the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, minutes approved. Thank you. Next on the agenda is committee reports, and we'll start with the Citizens Advisory Board. Bill, are you going to provide that for us?
Yeah, the Citizens Advisory Committee did not have a quorum at their last meeting, so we will follow up with them with some phone calls to make sure that everybody's there. Thank you. Go ahead and give them the whole agenda packet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Somehow we missed you, sorry, Commissioner.
That's all right.
You want this one?
No, I got everything.
We can give you Blinkos.
I got everything else. I was just missing this.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so no Citizens Advisory Committee report. We'll move on to Finance. Mayor Lewis?
Thank you. Beginning balance for January was $11,102.37. For deposits that month totaling $83,854.73. 20 disbursements totaling $28,042.12, with an ending balance of $66,914.98 to carry over into February. Deposits in February total $52,069.79. Disbursements totaled $59,517.17, and the ending balance for February is $59,467.60.
We don't accept that, right?
That's it. There's a 10-cent discrepancy in the carryover balance from December into January, but it was being there. 10 cents to our favor.
That was Bill's raise.
And it was actually caught with the last reconciliation.
Yeah.
So.
I would move to accept the finance report.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, accepted. Thank you, Mayor. Executive Director.
Well, let's see, there's been a fair amount going on. We attended the meeting for the Exit 155 public meeting, and there was a good turnout there. The Harmony Grove IJR has been approved, and the NEPA funds is estimated to be submitted at the end of April. And a rough guesstimate of when construction could begin on that project is 18 months to 2 years. Of course, we know these schedules do get drug out, but that's as good an estimate as we have right now on that project. We did meet with the Secretary of Transportation, Secretary Rumbaugh in Charleston on the 3rd.
And Mr. Carr.
And Mr. Carr. We thanked DOH and DOT for all their projects, and there was a great deal of discussion of maintenance, particularly snow removal and the impact of snow removal on potholes and a lot of those things. And I think there was a really good discussion about the area. And of course, Chairman Rogerson was there, so he can discuss that a little bit more. We've kicked off the complete street study for the Greenbelt, finding potential designs for roadway access to the proposed Greenbelt in the area of Suncrest and West Run. So that is moving forward. Also, we will have Jackie attending training in Kentucky in April. She'll be going to AMPO's kind of tools of the trade technical seminar to get some technical planning training. And so that's exciting. I have also been invited to speak in mid-June as participate in a panel on MPO funding and how that works. We do not know if that presentation has been accepted by the National Association of Regional Councils, but I thought I'd let the policy board know that I was invited to that, so I may attend that in Kansas City. Let's see, and I think the other items I had to discuss were really under the correspondence. So, Mr. Chairman, if you'd like me to go ahead and discuss those items.
Yeah, I just want to thank the Department of Transportation for meeting with us as a community, at our Mon Day at the legislature, and I think, Mayor Lewis was there as well. Really appreciate the time and the effort, and we also were able to share some information from the transportation world related to public transportation in the state, and some good information there as well. So always appreciate a chance to see them. During session is always busy, and so we do appreciate those who take time out to do that. So, all right, so correspondence.
Yes, we received 2 letters from the Division of Highways on projects that we've had under discussion. The first letter I would like to discuss is we had discussed with the policy board the utilization of our suballocated funds for improvements to the Stewartstown-Point Marion intersection, that 5-legged intersection that I think everybody's familiar with. And the Division of Highways will be programming a design study on that intersection, which will include some preliminary public involvement and some outreach to property owners and everybody. So we're very excited about that. That will be a very positive study. I think everybody recognizes the issues with that intersection. Also, there is included in the TIP amendments that are coming up for your consideration a project for engineering work and design work on West Run Road between Van Voorhees Road and Stewartstown Road, that large section that really has not had anything done, and that will be programmed. We got a letter from the Division of Highways on that, also speaking about they would be using carbon reduction funds for that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. They will be programming the design study on that, and also they are looking to program engineering and construction in FY 28 and 29 for that segment of roadway, and we're very excited about that. If you will read the memorandum about the TIP amendments, there's also taking out a highway safety program project for about $3 million that has been kind of our placeholder for this project and improvements to that road. This is a stepped up, much greater effort for improvements to that segment of road than they could have provided with that safety funding, and so we're trading out a small project for what really should be a project to bring that stretch of road up to standards. So we're very excited about that too. When I first got here, the entire length of West Run was a very high priority for the MPO policy board, and we understood that Division of Highways wanted to program the portion from Stewartstown Road to Point Marion Road as the first segment. That project theoretically should be beginning real construction on it sometime soon. There's a utility relocation problem with that, but it looks like we will have real projects moving forward for the entire length of West Run at this point. So I think this is a big success for the community.
Having been a former resident of West Run, that would be a great improvement for our community, so fantastic. One other piece of correspondence that I'm going to cover, it's in your packet, is from the executive director of the AMPO, basically expressing his appreciation of the support of this group and of Bill Austin's service on the AMPO board of directors. A nice letter, and I think, as we know, having professional associations like this is very important, and actually to have a voice these past, how many years?
It was 3 years.
3 years. On that group is also very good. So read the letter. I asked Bill to put that into the packet today so that you all got your thank you for allowing him to take that time and do it, but also really to reiterate the importance of our involvement in those type of organizations. All right, moving right along. We have the 2026 March TIP amendments and administrative adjustments.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I believe I already covered the West Run project. You will notice that for FY 2028, there's an engineering project, which is a TIP amendment. Also in the administrative adjustment segments is the actual design study, which is this fiscal year. There is a Morgantown Industrial Park Access Road funding project. That is basically an administrative switch of fundings around. That's a TIP amendment. There's the Chapman Hill Gateway Phase 1 authorization to utilize for a portion of the county's MEGA grant to keep that project forward. And then there's Phase 2 of that, which is also a TIP amendment. And total funding is $135 million for the first one, and then $23,320,000 for the second TIP amendment. The Technical Advisory Committee has reviewed the proposals and unanimously recommended approval of these TIP amendments.
I would make a motion to accept the TIP amendments.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next on the agenda is on-call consultant RFQ.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This item is essentially the same item that the MPO Policy Board approved when we released our first on-call contract. Oh, Delegate, unfortunately, I didn't expect you.
Here, we're good, we got some seats.
We got a seat right here.
We got an extra space right
We
there.
always have room for Joe.
Get him over here.
This is almost verbatim the exact same RFQ that we released about 2.5 years ago for our on-call consultants. Basically, all we did was we changed the dates because our current consultants' contracts are running out. And so just bringing it to the policy board for permission to release this to the consulting world so we can get some on-call consultants in place. I will say we've been pleased with both the on-call consultants that we selected. AECom did some very good work reviewing Kimley Horn's work on the downtown microsimulation study, making sure that all the technical aspects of that study were done well. And we've had very good results with Kimley Horn on the pedestrian bridge project and the downtown microsimulation study. So,
So we awarded 2 on the last RFP,
yes, we did.
and how did we rotate that, or it was specific expertise
It
dictated?
was specific expertise, and we asked each one to put in a separate proposal.
So when you were doing a task order, they did a proposal for
Right.
that? That's what I was.
Yeah, they both did proposals, and that's how they got selected.
Okay.
So move to approve.
Second.
All right, moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Find a couple good ones.
Yeah. Well, we've been pleased with the folks that we have now.
Excellent.
There are a lot of good firms out there. And a lot of them with ex-DOT employees, but we won't go into that.
That's part of the expertise,
That is
right?
part of the expertise.
All right, next on the agenda is the 2026-2027 UPWP.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As we discussed at the January Policy Board meeting, I provided a draft budget for the Unified Planning Work Program. This is an updated document which includes a better identification of the work the MPOs to perform beginning July 1st, which it won't be my problem. But anyway,
This will be until the end of June.
until the end of June. This is a placeholder budget. We have budgeted for the executive director's position. We also did get a request, since the policy board last met, from Mountain Line to fund an evaluation of their route service efficiency. Previously, when I discussed the budget that was presented to you, we had $50,000 as a placeholder for the new executive director. I agreed to put that project in the budget for that $50,000. Otherwise, I made some minor tweaks to the budget, which probably total about $1,000 worth of changes. But this is essentially the same budget that was presented to you all in January. And I will let you know that in the past, it has not been the policy board's policy to amend the PWP if there were changes to the work program proposed. In discussions, particularly with the Federal Transit Administration, they will probably want to see the policy board make more budget amendments rather than me doing it administratively. So that's probably a little change of procedure that will happen beginning with this upcoming budget. But otherwise, this is pretty much the same budget. We did budget for staff pay increases in this budget, and except for the executive director, his salary got cut. Anyway, so we would recommend approval of this budget to the policy board, and we will forward it to the state and to the Federal Highway Administration and the FTA.
Move to approve?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so you have an updated budget, and we're in line with the federal government.
We are.
It's pretty good. All right. All right, next on the agenda is other business, and I believe, Mark, you...
I was just going to share with the board that several of us from City Council, Morgantown City Council, were in DC yesterday, and for the National League of Cities since Sunday. Yesterday specifically, we met with Senators Capito, Justice, and Congressman Riley Moore. We advocated for, we thanked them for their gracious support and leadership and all of the help that they've given us, specifically in transportation. Thanks, Bill, for the inputs to support our visit. But advocated for their support for things like surface reauthorization, critical for transportation, the Basics Act, and Railway Safety Act. So we're going back next week with Joe will be on that. We're going to talk to them specifically about some Morgantown Airport stuff and a couple other things. So, but they were very, very supportive of the great visits. So I think WVU's there. Maybe in a week or so. We'll be there kind of back to back. Yeah. So good stuff for the community. Jenny, anything you want to add?
It's going to be interesting because we usually just visit them one time a year, and this time when we were talking about that we were coming back to speak about our airport, I think they can tell that we're pretty serious about a runway extension and other improvements at the airport. So that was good, and it was good to lobby with the National League of Cities on their day. I've been on the Transportation Committee of the National League of Cities for several years, and they more and more speak about the MMPO and partnering with that association and what good work they do. So it used to be that I wouldn't hear in those committee meetings that much about MMPO. So whatever your group is doing, tell them to continue, because making a collaboration and also collaborating with economic development groups and collaborating with other political entity groups and working together seems to give us a little more clout.
Yeah, and I will say that AMPO has worked very closely with the National Association of Regional Councils, with the National Association of Counties, as well as the League of Cities, and they've put together what's called the LOT Coalition. And They have, it's a very well-respected group and has been very effective. And they also work with, not always in tandem with the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials, which is, in the transportation world, they're one of the 800-pound gorillas. But I think we're seeing the coalescence of more consistent treatment of transportation among all those groups. And I'm very pleased that you heard from those groups about us and AMPO. And so I'm hopeful this will be one of the most empowering for localities and MPOs surface transportations we've had in a while we also strengthen the states, because we understand that the states, with having to fix potholes and take care of a huge roadway network, are also key players and important to everybody's success. So it's a joint effort, and I think I have not seen in my career the transportation world come together like this. And it is really a small world. The transportation world between state officials and MPOs and those other organizations is very important. So,
Kind of interesting because it's such key infrastructure, even if it's a small world, everyone drives. Like for surface transportation, everyone drives on the same roads to get to the same destinations every day. And if it's irritating and if their cars are getting torn up and if they can't get through, it makes a big difference. So I'm very appreciative, so thank you.
Yes. I was, actually on behalf of AMPO, I spoke to, a while back, I spoke to Senator Capito's office about the priorities, and they were very interested in what we had to say. And they also asked about our MPO, and of course brought forth the policy board's preferences as part of that discussion. So.
Yeah, at Capito's office, we had 5 city council people.
Wow.
We were a
Did you
force.
advertise that for a quorum?
Yeah.
We did not.
No official business.
As long as you didn't vote on anything, you're good.
I love it. All right, well, thanks. That's great comment. You know, that's why we went to Charleston. That's why we go to DC. It's important that they hear from us and we stay in touch. That's how we can move things along, right? So appreciate that. Any other business from anybody? Joe? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thanks.
Second.
All right.
You like that?
Thank you all. Appreciate it.